Hey guys, JJ here, and today we're breaking down the reveal trailer for Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Capcom just dropped the first footage, and there's a lot to dig into. From returning locations to new characters, this might be the most psychological and lore-heavy Resident Evil we've seen to date. So with that being said, let's get into it. The trailer opens inside FBI headquarters. We meet Grace Ashcroft, a technical analyst and the daughter of Alyssa Ashcroft, the investigative journalist from the Resident Evil Outbreak series. Grace is pulled into a disturbing new case by FBI Director Nathan Dempsey after the discovery of a body matching a series of unexplained deaths. The location, the Redwood Hotel, the same place where her mother was murdered 8 years earlier. Who is Alyssa Ashcroft? Alyssa survived the Raccoon City outbreak in 1998 and helped expose Umbrella's crimes through her journalism. In Outbreak, she was infected with the Epsilon strain of the T-virus, but survived thanks to the rare vaccine known as Daylight. That's important because Daylight was capable of halting viral progression entirely, and could even be shared between people. There's a theory that Grace may have inherited some genetic resistance or immunity, which would explain why she's referred to as the Chosen One in the trailer. That scene could also potentially be a flashback to Alyssa, so we'll touch on that more in a bit. The Redwood Hotel appears to be the main setting for the opening chapters. Grace is sent to investigate, but it's more than just a crime scene. It's the site of her mother's last investigation and death. We see flashes of Alyssa in the RE Engine graphics, suggesting we may play through her final moments, possibly through flashback segments similar to Resident Evil 7. A detail worth mentioning, during one of the flashback scenes in the trailer, we catch a glimpse of what appears to be Room 201, which ties directly to the Apple Inn Hotel from Resident Evil Outbreak's Hellfire scenario. That detail may be more than a visual callback. It could suggest a direct link between the Redwood Hotel and the Apple Inn. This isn't just fan service. Capcom seems to be stitching together pieces from across the series. This may not even be the Redwood Hotel, but a flashback to Outbreak. Grace is shown strapped to a gurney, cut open and terrified, clearly experimented on. Her eye color even shifts, which might hint to an infection, hallucinations, or something worse. The theme of facing the past is front and center. Whether it's Grace, Alyssa, or the return to Raccoon City, it's all about unearthing horrors that were buried. Now, who is the villain? One of the scenes in the trailer shows a man by a fireplace telling Grace she's the Chosen One. He wears a black leather coat and gloves, very reminiscent of Wesker's Resident Evil 5 look, but his face, voice, and accent don't match. Some fans believe he resembles a younger version of Oswald E. Spencer, seen briefly in Resident Evil Resistance, and here's where things get interesting. We know Wesker killed Spencer during the Lost in Nightmares DLC in Resident Evil 5, seemingly putting an end to the founder of Umbrella, but Spencer was obsessed with achieving eternal youth and immortality. There's now speculation that he may have found a way to transfer his consciousness or extend his life unnaturally, possibly through viral experimentation. If he somehow survived in some form, it is possible he's returned to his underground lab beneath the ruins of Raccoon City, first hinted at in Outbreak's post-credit scene. And what is the key to continuing that research? Daylight, the vaccine that cured Alyssa Ashcroft. If Grace inherited that immunity, her blood may now be the missing link in Spencer's quest for immortality. That would explain why she's been kidnapped and experimented on, and why she's the one being hunted. The other missing people could be survivors of the Outbreak incident that also took the Daylight vaccine, but it may not have bonded with their blood the same way it did with Grace. This wouldn't just tie together the Ashcroft legacy, the Redwood Hotel murders, and Umbrella's history, it could also bring the series full circle, back to the founder who started it all. Later in the trailer, we get a huge reveal. The ruins of Raccoon City, now officially set in around 2026, this would be 27 years after the city's destruction, and while some fans assumed Raccoon was nuked, lore confirms it was destroyed by a thermobaric missile, not radioactive, meaning it's still accessible. In the post-credits scene of Outbreak, we saw that Umbrella built a research facility in the crater of Raccoon City that never came back until potentially now. This could explain the return to the ruins, as Capcom seems ready to dig into Umbrella's hidden legacy. We even see Leon's wrecked Jeep outside the RPD gates. We do hear several distinct voices throughout the trailer.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Some speculate that this could be Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Ada Wong, and Leon Kennedy, but it could also be other characters from the Outbreak series or new characters altogether. One voice does sound very much like Alyssa Ashcroft, and another voice sounds like it could be a young Grace, possibly from a memory or hallucination.
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Capcom's being very careful about what they're revealing up front, and clearly there's more going on behind the scenes. Now let's move on to the new enemies and monsters. There is a giant chained woman crawling from the ceiling, and there's a few possibilities on who this could be. Some speculate it could be Lisa Trevor, who survived the blast of the Spencer Mansion and the blast of Raccoon City and is now roaming the ruins. It could be a flashback to the Regis liquor from the Outbreak scenario at the Apple Inn. Or it could be a mutated Alyssa Ashcroft. She may have been experimented on the same way Grace was, and it was a failed experiment, turning her into a creature that you now have to kill. How dark would that be to have to kill your own mother? What do you guys think it is? Let me know down below in the comments. There's a man being suffocated with a plastic bag by a black cloaked killer. This may be the same guy we see sitting at the fireplace. Some speculate that the cloaked figure seen throughout the trailer might be Leon Kennedy. He's been long rumored to return in Resident Evil 9, and Capcom has yet to confirm or deny it. While there's a chance it's him, possibly infected or manipulated, I personally don't believe it. The character's build and demeanor feels off, and the trailer seems to be positioning this figure as something far more sinister. And a police officer who is turning into what looks to be a zombie. This could be a flashback sequence to Outbreak. There seems to be a focus on hallucinations, surgeries, and ritualistic killings, hinting at the experimental viral strains or psychological manipulation. We do seem to see a lot of people in suits being killed, so I'm not sure what that's in reference to. If you guys know, let me know. Now moving on to the game structure and characters, Capcom confirmed Requiem is single player and built in the RE engine with photorealistic details and enhanced character rendering, but they haven't confirmed whether the game is first person or third person. The trailer shows a mix of cinematic angles, but the actual gameplay perspective is still a mystery. There's speculation that it could be a hybrid system, possibly switching characters like in Resident Evil 8, but nothing official yet. So what's next? Capcom says Resident Evil 9 Requiem will launch February 27th, 2026 on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam. A demo is confirmed for Gamescom in August 2025. The tagline, Requiem for the Dead, Nightmare for the Living, and with ties to Alyssa, Daylight, Raccoon City, and Umbrella's buried secrets, it feels like this will close the book on the past by digging it up. We'll be sure to keep you updated on all the latest Resident Evil 9 Requiem news. So there you have it, our full breakdown of Resident Evil 9's revealed trailer. Let us know your theories down below. Do you think Grace is immune? Is that Spencer behind the scenes? And how deep does the Umbrella connection go? Let us know down below in the comments, and let's have a discussion about it. If you're excited for Resident Evil 9, please leave a like, and for all the latest news, speculation, rumors, theories, make sure to subscribe. The Residents of Evil is a Patreon supported channel and also supported by our YouTube members. So if you'd like to become a member and unlock access to custom badges, emojis, and exclusive live streams, click that join button down below. You can join our survival horror community on Discord, link will be in the description, and I have the Duke here to tell you a little about our sponsor, G Fuel.
Do you have need of anything for the road ahead? The Residents of Evil has expanded its services. Perhaps you're in need of a little pick-me-up. I recommend the G Fuel. You can even get a fair discount if you use the code ROE upon purchase. And as always, we thank you for your patronage, stranger.
As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you back at the Residents of Evil.